Hello, everybody.
Amy David, where's my tacos? What's up, Amy David? How are you?
I was watching Goliath selling stuff. He was just having a blast, you guys. Wow, did he have a lot of stuff to sell? 422 items. Holy cow, you believe that? That's all from things that he's bought, traveling around different shows, so showing love and support. It's kind of crazy. There's a little noise in the background. Stephanie is pulling in all of our stuff at our brick and mortar that we put outside the door for the day, in the hopes that we get some more business in here. The brick and mortar's been kind of rough, but we're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. Um, I got a couple more things to a couple more things to get up here in this thing. I got let's see, what do I got? I don't know what I got. Oh, there, I got the bloop. The chats are pinned. Um, and that's I don't know how that works. You can either bloop it um, or keep it for yourself, gift it or keep it for yourself. That's okay. Stickers, it's just a way to sponsor. I'm getting giveaways in here. I got to do the for the bless the chats in case anybody wants to do that. We definitely enjoy when folks come in and like to support. And then we're going to do some Q&As on shipping and whatever else whatever other rabbit holes we need to go down, we'll give it a try. And if anybody wants to co-host, we can do that. Um, it's easier to have a conversation about shipping and other things when you're actually interacting on a co-host situation. Um, so let's see, uh, my order that I was supposed to pick up, it shows it was picked up, but I haven't picked it up yet. Was that from me? Well, that's bizarro. I don't know why. Give me a minute. Let me finish making this thing. If you didn't pick it up, it shouldn't show picked up because I'd have to have the QR code to be able to scan to get it off the book, so to speak. Um, so yeah, that's bizarro. It should. You sure it doesn't say ready to pick up? Karma bus driver. That sounds funny. I used to drive city bus for like 8 years. I drove city bus. Karma bus driver. Oh, just started following me. Wow, cool. I've done a lot of stuff, you guys. Drove a semi. Well, several of them. Drove buses. Drove school buses. Was a soldier. Um, done maintenance. Done remodeling. Raised an awful lot of kids. Well, tried anyway. I had everything set for smart bundling was priority, but I should have just went with flat rate. Oh, if you use smart bundling, it will. Weren't you going to call me, Marla? How bad did you get hammered? Hold on just a minute. Let me finish making this profile thing here. I got to get and I'm going to do some sticker giveaways too, besides the other thing. But let me get. Um, hold on. Oh, I forgot to do the shoot. I would never forget anything, would I? Got so busy. Yeah, I know the drill there. I certainly do. So have you shipped it all already? And, and I forgot something here. Just a second. Okay, how bad did you get hammered? Cost you a lot? Because there's ways to fix it, but I gotta know before you get it all shipped. I mean, I can't always give you an answer, but I was able to bundle without going over 5. Yeah, but how many labels did you have to pay for? Did you have to pay for extra labels because it didn't charge enough shipping on things? Oh, you got lucky. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't happen that way. I've had it go both ways. That's why I always recommend doing shipping profiles. And even in Whatnot's directions, they recommend shipping profiles, you guys. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, we're having fun. Yeah, I do those. Also have them set at different weights. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's a little bit challenging. I get that. Um, all right, I got to do. Hold on. Um, second here. I can just message you about my order being picked up. Yeah, you can. I'm just was making my things here because I forgot to. I didn't finish making my giveaways for this show. Go figure. Me ever be behind? All of you who watch my shows when I'm selling, I love to do it while I'm sitting here putting things together. I have a whole 5 people in here. Oh my god, it's crazy. Um, let's see. Oh, not that one. Do 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 do. We can talk about that here in just a minute, Soho. Give me a couple more seconds here. I'm almost there. I was being naughty and I was watching Goliath when I was supposed to be getting this stuff ready. It's because Goliath is on. you, you hit the nail on the head. I was watching his show because well, we all have to support one another. You had way more bookmarks. Yeah, I know. He's there. It's all good. It's all good. It's not a show where I'm, selling a lot of stuff. So, um there's that. Let's see. Well, I don't know. I still haven't figured out. Let's see. I'm gonna run a giveaway of some stickers. I don't think let's see. I gave you a shout out in his show when you went live, but oh yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. I sent a message in his live saying, gotta go live, bye. And that was it. Boy, this is kind of sticking up. I had my hair trimmed up and I almost shaved it all off, you guys. In the next week or so, you might find me with an 1/8 inch all over, just like my whiskers. You just never know. It's usually my summer due. But I'm gonna run a stickers giveaway. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm running a stickers giveaway. And let's see. Okay, I can get rid of that. Find me in there. There we go. All right. A ginormous spider? They don't eat much. As long as it's not big enough to eat you, you're good, right? Here comes all the messages of people going live. We have 9 people in. All right. So we had some questions back here. Thank you again for the shout out by from Marla. Okay. Soho Stylista. Did you want to co-host for a moment or two? Sometimes it's easier for the dialogue to just talk back and forth. And I did remember to turn my headset off. Well, you look like a train wreck and I am a train wreck, so together we'll be, a proper train wreck. I don't mind. Anyway, so what happens is it depends on the weight. If you don't have it set right for the weight, and you don't have it set on priority, I don't know how to explain this. I'm gonna see if I can show you something here. Let me get in my computer. I'm gonna get it into um, the shipping tab on my other screen. It was 10 ounces. That would be why you should have said a pound. If they paid for a pound, then you can say a pound. If they paid $9.21 for shipping, you have to go in the edit section. So if your first item always charges the $9.21, you have to go in the edit section to make sure that it says a pound, or it'll automatically give you a ground label. It's the way it works. Um, you can pay for more and give a better service, but if it's less and you put less, then you're going to get the lesser service. That's just the way it works. So you know where to edit that in your sale before when you're doing your shipping. Okay. Yep. Let's see. So let me get off of that tab, or maybe I'll get it up just in case. We might need it. So I have to edit it to 1 pound. Yep, or 16 ounces. But make sure that the app, when you look at the order and you're looking on your screen at the order and you click the drop down so it opens up, you can see the item. It'll say the price of the item. It'll say the price of shipping. You have to make sure that all of the shippings under that customer add up to a total of $9.21 to go to flat rate priority, or to go to priority. Oh, I got the yawns. I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't know what's going on. I know what's going on. My wife is bringing me onion rings. They're not here yet. I haven't had my onion rings. She's bringing me a snack. It's been a day. Let's see if I can get this open. Hope's Heavenly Warehouse. Hi, thank you for stopping in. We're just going to do a little ditty about shipping things today for however long people want to chit chat. Onion rings. Oh, that was clever. It's amazing that I figured that out. Oh my gosh. Oh, I should be screen recording this. That's crazy. Hey, Steffi, I said onion rings, and one of our customers, buy from Marla, put a picture of an onion, a picture of a ring, and an S with a question mark. That's cute. Yes. I'm going to open my shipment tab. Very clever. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You're going to get me thinking outside the box. Turtle Lovin', you're here. Are you sticking around, my dear? I thought I had you auto-modded, but this thing you just never freaking know. Oh, somebody's getting stickers. Hope's Heavenly Warehouse, you're getting some stickers. That's awesome. There's a few people popping in. Look at that. Cool. Liquidation Hub is in the house. Black Sheepy's in the house. Nice. Any of you guys have any discussions you want to have about? Did you still worry about weights? Sometimes. That's the if it's, so this is a medium flat rate box here. There's another one that's a large flat rate box, and there's also a medium flat rate box that looks similar to this, or a small one that fits in like a video game or something. If it fits inside that flat rate box and you did flat rate shipping, as long as it's not over 70 pounds, you don't worry about the weight. But you want to make sure you put it at least 1 pound if you did flat rate, or it'll give you a ground label. Then you can't use the flat rate box, and you got to buy a box. But if you sold it at flat rate, by all means, ship it at flat rate, unless it goes over and then you kind of could have a problem. Liquidation Hub driving now. Oh, you probably shouldn't be using the app. It's a bad idea while you're driving. Yes, priority mail shipping questions. I'll be happy to help you screw it up further. God, I hope not. Generally, no. I usually get it right. Wait, if someone buys one t-shirt. So, you see them behind me, do you? Therein lies, it depends. If you set your shipping so that it's automatically goes to flat rate and they've paid flat rate, meaning you call your first item 1 pound and no matter what. Because the time you add the shirt plus the packaging, if you're using a box, then it can be at up that 1 pound. So if your first item is 1 pound, and then you add like I add 7 more t-shirts as for a bundle of 8, then yeah, it even one t-shirt can go that. If you've charged flat rate shipping and they only end up with the one shirt, you don't have to use the flat rate box. You can use what I had here. Let's see. Hold on, let me grab it. The post office has these wonderful little things called Tyvek envelopes, and somebody put them in a safe place for me. Oh, here we go. So, if you charged flat rate shipping, you don't have to use a flat rate box. You can use all kinds of different priority products. And you don't even have to use a priority product. You can still have a priority label. So, I will do, if somebody's already paid for flat rate or 921 for shipping and it's one t-shirt, and shipping is displayed before they buy, and they know before they buy that they can do up to 7 more for free, but they're paying the shipping on the first one, which protects us as sellers from getting hammered on shipping. We have to do it, in my opinion. Sometimes it works out to do ground, but and you'll see me flop depending on the sale. But you can use one of these, and then you have to uncheck the box for flat rate under edit, and put the dimensions. The dimensions are on the package here, and then put in 1 pound or whatever. Don't put in less than a pound or it'll give you a ground label. And then you still use the priority shipping material because it's already paid for, and the flat rate shipping was paid for. So that's how you do that. And you can also use, yeah, but I feel so bad for newer buyers getting ripped off from my shipping profile. So it's not a question of the buyers getting ripped off from your shipping profile. If you want to not set it that way and you want to be able to give the option of ground, you're welcome to do that. I do have ground product. I have a lot of shipping materials here that I can use for ground. And some people from my last couple sales are actually getting stuff in a black bag or a brown box that's really small, because one of my profiles I set like very light. I set it to ship under a pound at ground. Sometimes I'll do that. If you don't have a good handle on your shipping, I recommend you sticking with flat rate until you get it figured out. I thought it was so smart and had everything figured out, and good thing it wasn't a huge. Yeah, yeah, been there, done that. But you're not ripping off your customer. You're saying, hey, this is what flat rate. This is priority shipping. It's 921. Priority shipping, aside from whatnot, is $24. So they're getting $24 worth of shipping for 921, and we're hoping that they buy more product from us. That's kind of the way I look at it. If you purchase a sticker pack, you whole show saved via video receipt for 60 days. Oh, hey, that's cool. I didn't even think of that. Thank you, Turtle Oven. How do you separate small things and flat rate, like keychains? Well, it depends. Are you selling 50 keychains or one keychain? Yeah, you can bundle them manually. And that's the problem with using the auto bundling. Sometimes it doesn't work right. Isn't that bizarre? Well, I got to do one question at a time. Let me answer the buy for will they get their shipping reduced after the fact? No, the Whatnot does not refund shipping. That's why I always tell people when you look at the shipping, this is what you're paying. If you're not comfortable with it, don't buy. Don't bid. If you don't like the shipping, don't bid. Um, it's just not yeah. Whatnot doesn't refund shipping, so you try and get it all set in advance, and you let them know shipping bundles. Pay for the first one, you get the next. In my case, 7 free. If I'm doing T-shirts, if I'm doing jackets or sweaters or hoodies, you get pay for the first one, you get the second one free. If I'm doing those critter wraps, pay for the first one, you get the second one for free, and then I got to scramble to find a box to fit it all in, and it ends up going ground. But I still like giving two instead of one. And then I'm going to go back here. Liquidation. Can I change from priority to ground after the item sold? Sort of. Um, if your total goes over 5 pounds and you're not using a flat rate box, it will automatically go to ground if you've selected ground for over 5 pounds. So in your profiles, that's where you have to have ground selected over 5 pounds. If you have priority selected over 5 pounds and you have product that's going to ship over 5 pounds, it's going to cost a bundle. Get too picky with each profile. So I run these as very light. I bundled like 15 or 16 very lights in a package, and I sold these 2 for 1. These little nail gel things. I know we've seen enough nail gels looking at what Goliath was selling, but at least with mine, there's no color choices. I had 2. I have emerald green or gray. That's all I got. I mean, I got a lot of them, but I did 2 for 1, and I bundled like this small priority box here. I fit like how many? I don't know. I don't know if Ellen's here. I think I fit like 20 or 30 of them in the box pretty easily for one flat rate shipping of $9.21. Where do we want? Oh, Turtle Oven's modding everywhere. Yeah, she's pretty good at it. I got to back up now. We had another question. So if I'm selling mainly consumer electronics like headsets, I hear you have to select ground no matter what is the pounds. It's not exactly how that works. It's not about selecting ground. When you're selling things that have a lithium ion battery in them, you need to have your profile of what you're selling, your item needs to have the box that says battery included checked before you sell it. So if you're selling, say you're selling a bunch of stuff that you're calling mediums and you're putting 5 in a box because they all weigh a pound each. Some of them have batteries and some of them don't. You need a profile that says medium, and when you open it up, it says hazardous or battery included. That will bundle it automatically to a ground label with an H on it so that it does not end up on an airplane. I Lots of people have accidentally ended up sending things in the wrong package that were supposed to go ground with an H on it. If the post office catches it, I'm pretty sure there's a little bit of a fine involved, or maybe they return it, or maybe they pitch it. I don't know. But at the very least, it's good to, if you made that mistake and you didn't check the hazardous part, at least if you can get it switched to ground by saying it's 6 pounds, you might pay a little extra for it. Then there's no chance of it going on a plane. They don't want hazmat going on a plane. It's not legal. It's supposed to go ground. So that's the why. I can't have a hazmat class on here. I'm too rusty around the edges. I used to do hazmat when I drove truck. Yeah. No, you want it to have the right label on it. I can tell you that for sure, though. Um, let's see. Liquidation Hub. Did you want to co-host Liquidation Hub? Well, you don't set your whole show to flat rate. You set each item you're selling to a flat rate. Um, but yeah, I mean, your giveaways are going to go. You're probably, if you, I mean, it depends on what you're selling in your giveaway or what you're giving away, and what you set the shipping for at it. If you set it to ship at 1 pound, then you're going to be doing it a priority. If you set like gift cards, you put 1 to 0 to 1 ounces, then it's going to ship in a first class envelope. If somebody wins a gift card and they buy something else, you can bundle it, throw it all in the same package. So that's how you can bundle those together. But otherwise, each class of thing that you ship bundles with that class. So I've had people win 3 gift cards in a show. All 3 gift cards shipped together, and their other box got a separate label. Well, I just bundled them together manually, so then they all went in the same box. I didn't have to send an envelope, and that's how that works. Liquidation Hub, are you still there? So what Liquidation Hub is talking about, this is not a flat rate box. It says mailing box. This is a flat rate box and it says flat rate. If you're not on Whatnot, if you're not shipping through Whatnot and you're doing something separate, these are not 921. On Whatnot, there's a contract, so all the flat rate boxes are all up to 5 pounds are 921, but all flat rates are 921. So if you use a large mailing box, is that this one? So here's one that's a large mailing box. See the difference? Doesn't say flat rate. If you use this for your Whatnot shipment, it cannot go over 5 pounds. The 5 pound box can be any priority package or not priority package that does not exceed 1 cubic foot or 5 pounds. So this one is 12 by 12 by 8.5. It's a large box that comes free from the post office if you use it for priority shipping. You're not allowed to use it for anything but priority shipping. So you don't want to put a ground label on this. Things are going to go badly. You also do not want to put a flat rate label on this. Even though the contract says 921 is a flat rate for up to 5 pounds, if you put a flat rate label on this, it doesn't say flat rate on the box, the mailman's going to charge extra. It's not going to fly. It's going to be a pain in the bum. If it doesn't say flat rate, it has to have the weight on it. And you don't want to go over 5 pounds. And if the box is over 5 pounds, you don't want to lie and say it's 5 pounds because somebody's going to get charged. You buy something and you print up the shipping. Yeah. Heather, it sounds like there's more to that question. Doesn't the label already say what it is when you're printing it from after the? Well, that depends on how you set things up. If you do quality listings, which I don't, I do some quality listings. If you do quality listings and you have the weight in there and you have the dimensions in there and you have it set in advance, and you're bundling by something you set up prior and you're going right down your list to do your sales, then yeah, it should print it right. You are correct. I do too much of a variety of stuff. I do Amazon pulls, I do Alibaba stuff, all kinds of crazy stuff that's overstock. I do Sam's Club, Target, you name it. If I do all those crazy things, it would take me all week to get them all into quality listings. Yeah. So Heather, when you do yours, are you going to list each item separately and then run one by one, or are you going to go uh, light item, medium item, heavy item, and then run them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on? Yeah. So you'll have a different profile for each one of those things, and with that different profile, um, it'll bundle them separately. If you use auto bundling and you don't make a profile for shipping, you're at the mercy of hang on a second. Tammy, I gave you the moderate button also. Turtle Lovin is here, so she's going to take care of the box part, keeping things pinned up. Anyway, you, you're taking your chances if you don't make it in each class its own shipping class and put a maximum number of items based on the size. And then you have to, if you have, so this, I would sell this in the large category, even though it doesn't weigh a pound. I do 5 larges per box, so I can ship 5 of these in a large flat rate box or a regular cardboard box because they won't go over 5 pounds, but I can't fit more than 5. But if I'm selling these, now I can fit 15 or 20 of them in a box decently, and the weight's going to be, well, I can tell you for a box of 20 or 30, however many it was I sold today, the weight was 4 pounds. So I was able to fit them in this box, the small priority box, and it shipped for $9.21 for like 30 of these damn things. I couldn't bundle anything with that. I sold it as a box lot. If I'm selling them individually, I call them a very light, and it bundles 15 items. So 2 of these I sell together as one item, and 16 doubles fit in the box. So that's where you got to watch out that you're bundling like-sized items and like-weight items so you don't get yourself in trouble. Is that my onion rings coming to save me? Oh, I got flies. The beautiful Mrs. Johnson hath arrived with no onion rings.
Well,
Yeah. Yes, I know. I love you. Thank you for coming.
could have went and bought them back before.
No.
Okay, where's your key? Where's the key for the door?
Hi, Ellen. For which door? We can't lock it
Oh, why?
because it's not 6 yet, and the church has got something going on, I think.
No, it's closed.
Oh, well, it's in that
It's
pocket over there.
closed.
She's gonna lock the door. That means she can't come back in. Thank you for stopping in, Ellen. Nice to see you. So what we're gonna do is just pull things randomly off the shelf. How will I know what bundle they belong to, light, medium, or heavy? Depends on their weight.
Is it one of these?
If they, hang on a second, guys. Heather's Goods, do you want to co-host and we can have a conversation? It's a little easier sometimes that way. That one. No, the round one. I'm sorry.
One of these? No,
The
that's
big one.
small. The big round one? Okay, I know which one.
That
That
one.
is. Yeah.
I don't even know what that means. Okay. Have you been live? Heather, have you been live yet on a show? And forgive me, guys, I've been at the store all day. And I'm going to eat while we do this. No, I haven't. So I'm planning on starting at the end of the month. Okay. Do you have your phone set up where you can have your camera facing you? Please forgive me, but I'm hungry. I'm I'm going to give you guys my evening, but right, they don't need to be a seller in order to co-host. I'm going to push a button, and you're going to get an offer to co-host. Well, if my fingers do the walking, and you can accept that, and then it'll put you live with me, and you'll be on the top or the bottom. There you are.
Look at
This is so much easier to chit
I
chat back
have
and
no
forth.
idea what I'm doing.
That's okay.
Like
None of us did when we
you
started.
know what I did is I started buying way too many cases of items.
Where are you buying them?
Different liquidation sites and stuff. So then I was like, you know what, maybe I'll try this. My husband's like, I'll help you. And so I changed my profile name and everything. Like I started watching you with the other site and you were talking about shipping, and that's how I got into your group. You know, you were doing this. And then so then now I'm getting to the part where look at people's shops. I'm like, how come they have so much things listed in their shop? Where do they get their pictures from? Because I know those pictures aren't from a camera on your phone.
Sometimes they are.
Are they?
Yeah, sometimes they are. Yeah, you can go. No, I'll show you. So if I go in here in my app, I can go to inventory right there. Well,
Mm-hmm.
sort of. And then I can go hit the plus. Now I have an option. It says add photos. I can push add photo, right? Wait, I pushed the wrong button. I didn't want to add photo. I want to do it the other way. Hold on.
You're
I
fine.
like my iPhone better. Damn it.
That's all
Um.
I have.
Well, the reason I like my iPhone better, I'm looking for something with a barcode here to see if it'll work. Um. That's hang on. Yeah, slabs. It's yeah, that didn't work. Well, anyway, if you're using an iPhone, when you hit the when you go in here to make a new item,
Mm-hmm.
it's it's going to give you an option, at least on your iPhone, to scan a barcode. So if the item you
Oh,
it has some AI features.
I
Um,
got you.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. Even if you scan that barcode, it's important to put an actual picture of your item. If it's new in the box, then
Everything's
you
new
should
in the
stop photos.
box. Everything's new in
Sealed.
the box. Everything's
Sealed.
sealed. Everything is tagged. I only have a little bit of clothes. I didn't get into the clothes thing, but I got some clothes and some shoes, but everything's got tags sealed, never used.
Um, Electroberg Vault. Yeah, having a scale in front of you is nice. I keep mine on the side.
Now my
Um,
husband already does cards. He's been doing it for umpteen years and he trades and sells cards a lot. That's his hobby, that's his thing. And he has a scale here that he said we could probably use. But
is it one of those little ones?
actually it's not a scale. I'm talking about a printer. It prints out the
Labels?
yes, when he's shipping them.
Yeah, those are wonderful. You can use that.
You can
But
use that.
the scale. So if you're using flat rate shipping,
Okay, I
or
should get a good scale.
you should get a good scale. If you're using
Okay.
flat rate shipping only, then a scale is not as important. But if something doesn't fit in the box and now you have to go to something where you're required to have the weight, then
Hmm.
you'll have a problem. So a scale is a good thing. But if you're only using flat rate boxes and you
This
know
is
it
what
fits in the box,
I got these in the mail today. I ordered every size because I didn't know which ones I needed.
every
I got
size of
these. I got the
I can't.
small ones,
Oh yeah, yeah, if you sell a pair of if you
and
sell
then
a
I got
pair of
these
champion
ones.
shorts, yeah. Did you order the flat rate only, or did you order the regular ones too?
This says medium flat rate, small flat rate, and large flat rate.
Cool.
But they only gave me
Um,
5 of each. It's the maximum I could order.
why is that?
I don't know. My husband sent me the postal site and he said, I thought you could do 25. You only got 5 of each. I said, it wouldn't let me do more.
Did
So
you make an account?
yeah,
You should be able to change it.
I'll
You
try
can change the
again.
quantity. All right, Turtle Lovin is telling you right there. So I ordered a whole pallet of them at a time.
Oh, wow.
And I sell a few things.
Yeah.
Um, some has shipping boxes and some has mailing boxes. What's the difference? I guess there really isn't a difference. The only difference is if it's flat rate or not flat rate liquidation hub.
But
The
the
shipping
boxes,
box and the mailing box.
do the boxes have to say flat rate then on them?
If they're flat, if you're using flat rate, they do. So here's where things get hard to explain. So again, I'm going to let me do something real quick here at the giveaway. So I'm going to run some stickers. I forgot to start a stickers. I'm good at forgetting that.
The stickers are
Um,
on me. How's that? I'll
there's
pay for the
well,
stickers since I'm
there's
hogging
no,
you.
you're all good. There's bloop the chats in there, and people can send stickers that way and things like that. But so the smallest, hang on, Forever Treasures is saying the smallest flat rate is 921. Well, on Whatnot, the largest flat rate is 921 also.
Really?
Yes. So that's where I was going with this. So Whatnot has a contract with the post office for $9.21 from 1 to 5 pounds
Okay.
for a flat rate of shipping up to 5 pounds. It will also work for a flat rate box. So you can use the same thing for any flat rate box. And a flat rate box can go up to 70 pounds if it fits. So that's where people get confused on Whatnot and flat rate shipping. If you talk to the post office about it, they're going to go, well, that large flat rate box is $24 to ship. It's not $24 to ship if it's going through the app, and all of the shipping on the app goes through the app. You're not allowed to ship
Yes,
outside of
I
the
knew
app.
that. I knew that. Yeah. So I could use one of the large flat rates I have here right now, and still it would only cost me $9.21 if it doesn't go over 5 pounds.
12 by 12 by 6, 921. No, this can go over 5 pounds. This can go up to 70 pounds.
The one I have here is 12 by 12 by 5.5, or is that just
Well,
the ID?
well, it's 6 on the OD. 5.5 ID, 6 on the OD, right?
On the OD, it says 12 and 1/4 times 12 and 1/4 times
Oh,
6.
hold on a second.
See?
Hold on just a second. I had a little issue here. I forgot to put do not disturb on, and there's a group that I'm in on with some other whatnot folks, and it was going cuckoo for shipping information, and I just can't at the moment.
Oh,
Um, Liquidation Hub, hold that thought for a minute, and if I forget, remind me. But it's just not just that simple. So for any size flat rate, yep, small to large, it's 921.
oh, wow.
For any size, so for any size, anything from 1 to 5 pounds, it's 921.
And it can
As
go in
long as
any
it's
box.
as long as it's not over 12 by 12 by 12, so 1 cubic foot. And it 1 cubic foot can be, 15 by 10 by 9 or whatever, the other dimensions too. It just can't be over 1 cubic foot when you do the math. Once you go over 1 cubic foot, you get into dimensional weight. It's going to give you a ground label, and it's going to cost more.
I
So
don't want to do that.
no,
I
no,
don't want to do that. I don't want to
no,
do that.
you don't. You definitely
I
don't.
want to use these boxes and I want everything to fit in these boxes. And I want Whatnot to do what they do when I buy. I get sometimes I'll buy like, random stuff for the grandkids or whatever, and it'll automatically reset after I get to the 5 pounds.
Yeah, but for that to reset, the seller had to set the settings to get it to reset at 5 pounds.
Okay.
If you use smart bundling, there's no guarantee it's going to reset. I had a 650-ounce bundle, and the app only charged $9.21 to ship it on smart bundling. You ain't
Wow.
shipping 650 ounces for $9.21. I
No.
don't care how good you are.
No.
I was able to get myself out of most of it, but that hurts. And that's why I say,
Wow.
but the day after I did that, I used the same smart bundling. I did a science experiment, is what I called it. Everything bundled perfectly. And that's what happened to Marla earlier. She was talking about that she didn't make her bundles, and she was able to fit everything the way it was supposed to go. So that was all cool. But
Oh, okay.
it doesn't always work like that.
So you
Musa Man, I
recommend doing the bundles if that's what, like, I'm doing a
well,
variety.
I recommend making shipping profiles. All right,
Okay.
let me get into the profiles here. I'm going to show you profiles.
Because that's my biggest fear is the shipping. I can go online, I could do all that. It's the getting.
So here you see the shipping tab.
Mhm.
When you click that open, if you're doing gift cards for giveaways or stickers, you want to set this to first class mail on, and then for your domestic shipments 1 to 5 pounds, Mama T Ray, hello Paula, she's getting the stickers.
Congrats.
Um, you see domestic shipments 1 to 5 pounds. I choose flat rate boxes. It makes it easier for me. Either way, it's priority mail either way. See, there's only 2 options for 1 to 5
Mhm.
pounds. It's going to be priority unless it's hazmat. Then for domestic shipments over 5 pounds, if you choose flat rate boxes, it has to fit in the flat rate box. If you change it outside of that when you're editing because it didn't fit, it's going to cost you. So the safest bet is to choose UPS Ground Advantage, and then you have those are your settings for for what classes they're going to go. So over 5 pounds going to go Ground Advantage. Then you push save, and we're going to get out of there. Then you're going to go down here to shipping profiles, and I have like 42 of them right now. I even have one called Taco Tuesday for the margarita machine that I sold the other day. It was $40 to ship it. a
You
local
had a
person got it, so
margarita
it worked out.
machine. I missed
It's
it.
gone now. Yeah, it's gone now. But here's my very light profile. The first one is 9 ounces. All right. So I always do 9 ounces because that gets me enough of a label to thank you. Oh, I gotta see what did Mama T Ray bless the chat with here. Hold on.
I missed it too, Mama.
Mama T Ray bless the chat with an Amazon gift card. You guys, I don't know if Mama T Ray is selling on here yet. Turtle Lovin', if you could put her up, let me start she did a Amazon $10 gift card. So we're gonna start that giveaway for Mama T Ray, and Turtle Lovin' will get her pinned up. She's local to us, wonderful customer. She comes in and hassles me all the time for all the things I didn't get done. She's
Mama
really
T
good at
Ray's
it.
lucky. She could just come right there. Here I am with the notepad. This
Yeah.
is what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
She's
But
lucky.
so anyway, I set it at 9 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
Then I turn on max bundle.
Okay,
Down here,
Max
I put
Bondo.
16. I can fit 16 in there. And then I put large flat rate box. If you see the next one, large flat rate box.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not using flat rate, you're going to you're going to put this on custom, and then you're going to put your dimensions in there. I have to be careful not to change that. I did that the other day and it screwed me up good. Um, so
But
then
I
you can
plan on using flat rate for everything.
just put it in there. Well, so do I. So that's why you put it in there like that.
Okay.
Then you can also choose the incremental weight of your additional items. 6 ounces for my very lights, 6 ounces. So it automatically bundles anything that I ship as a very light in that
Like
category.
I received a gift card from you and it was in an envelope.
Yep.
And that was the smartest thing I ever thought of that someone did as a giveaway. You put it in an envelope. Why would you pay? So there's that. Is that your very light
Hold
then?
on. Hold on. No, that's something different. We're gonna get back. I'll go back to that. Let
Okay.
me. I don't see my mod here.
And my daughter took the gift card when she came home for granddaughter's
Did
birthday
she?
party. I don't drink Starbucks. She's like, oh, where did you get that from? I'm like, I won it. She's like, oh, I'll put it on my app.
I'm trying to find Mama T Ray on here, and I can't tell which one is the right Mama T Ray.
Is there two?
Maybe
She said, she's the M.
there's more than one.
No, her profile is like one M.
Yeah,
Like
well,
a
there's two of them here that are. I didn't type out the whole thing yet.
MAMATEERAY.
Yep, there we go. I did it. That should be the right Mama T Ray. Like and follow you guys, even though she's not selling at the moment. She
I'm
sponsored that
not
$10
either yet.
Amazon gift card, blessing the chat for us. So that's awesome. And Heather's Goodies is going to start selling too. So make sure you like
Yes,
and
let's
follow
all
her
help
so that
support each other.
she's ready. We're going to have to set her up with a raid when she gets going.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
as far as the giveaways, Laura's Creations is much more of an expert on that than I am,
Is
but I
she?
will show you. I will show you what I do. That's who taught me how to do the giveaway thing. So we're gonna go back here for a giveaway on domestics. Remember when we said have letters turned on for
Yep.
0 to 3 ounces? Okay. Now with letters turned on, when you select to do your gift card, you're gonna call it. I call it other sports cards.
Oh.
Other sports cards. And then
Awesome.
I name it whichever gift card it is. And then when I go to my shipping profile, it's the only thing I use smart bundling for all the time. I choose 0 to 1 ounces. Then I get my 69 cent, like what you got from me, the 69
Mm.
cent letter stamp, which is legal. It's under 3 ounces. You can send it that way. Stickers, yeah, that
Oh.
works too. Liquidation Hub stickers works. Sometimes I hit stickers. It just depends on how big of a hurry I'm in. Um, so that's how I mail those out. and you noticed that it was scratched off when you got it.
Yeah.
You know why?
I think the one time when you were talking on another show I watched, you said because of someone can't say they didn't get it, or you have the number or something like that.
I can send them a picture of the number, and they can still put it in their app.
Yes, yes, that's what it was. Which is smart.
Yep. I even do necklace as long as it's flat. Yeah, if it's so flat, it has to be flat. So it's got to be to go in that class. It has to be what's called machinable mail. Hard pressed. You could probably get 2 gift cards in one envelope. If it's not machinable, it might show up postage due, and then you're gonna wish that you had done it differently. So it's got to be machinable mail,
Yeah, I
meaning
think I was
slightly
gonna do
flexible.
gift cards too,
Mhm.
so that's what I was looking at doing.
Wulos, Carolyn, you got it. You got the $10 Amazon
Congrats.
gift card on Mama T Ray. And I can't show you the inside because then you guys would have one of the codes. And I can't do that. Anybody screen recording then would have the codes, and that would really be the pits. And
Oh my
yeah, we
goodness,
don't want
this
to
is just so
accidentally give away
much.
the codes.
Can I ask a
But
question? Like, it's probably is so generic and so like you should know this. I should know this. We were setting up my shop last night and we did the ring camera and we had the phone holder inside the ring camera. And I watched so many shows. I'm like, I don't see them always going up and pressing a button. So when I'm live, can I stream from my computer in front of me and the camera in front of me?
I'm running my show on my iPad. Sometimes I scroll on here because it's easier to see.
But so if I want to do next, I don't have to hit the phone. So they'll link up. Okay. That's what I was telling my husband. I'm like, my Apple,
Watch, I'm
my
gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. Go into shows,
uh-huh.
open the show. Ta-da.
What did you do?
The whole show is open right there. I can run it. I can run my, if I got to do giveaways or whatever, buy it nows,
Ah,
giveaways. I can see all of it right here, and I can push the button to start it. I can draw it. Everything on the screen. This is what it looks like when you're in the seller screen.
yes.
Yep. So
Oh,
so the
okay.
camera is still running because I opened the show. I started the show on my iPhone.
Start
So
on
that's
phone.
running the show. It just won't. Yeah, it just won't show you live. That's right. And you can use the computer as well. I don't have that great of a Wi-Fi connection with my computer that I have sitting in front of me. It's just a little. I have just a little. It's like a Windows notebook type thing. So I try not to have to use it. Sometimes I do, but I prefer the iPad and the iPhone. And then I also have, in case of emergency, my store phone is a Motorola thingamajigger. So I have this as a backup as well. So one way or the other, 99% of the time I'm getting online.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you, Mama T Ray. That was very kind of you. Thank you very
Thank
much for
you.
that, Paula.
So
Um,
I'll be talking like this, but I'll also have my MacBook next to me where I could press it there, like running. Because my husband's supposed to help me, but in the background type of thing, hand me things, put the labels on the stuff. I'm the face, and I get to pull, and I get all the credit.
well,
you know,
let me ask you something. Um, he has his own whatnot channel.
no, 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 no. He does all his
Don't tell me if it's on another platform.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Because we don't talk about other platforms here.
yeah. He's been doing, but he buys from Whatnot. Some, you know what I mean? Like he buys like trading cards and rips and stuff, but not a platform of his own.
Hmm.
They call it ripping. They rip the cards in front of
But he
you.
doesn't sell on whatnot, or he's never sold on whatnot.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
So I like whatnot.
I don't think I enjoy it. I like it. I'm just scared, obviously, with your first show. You don't know what you're gonna screw up.
What are you scared of?
Like getting slammed with like shipping fees that I didn't figure, not setting up the show the right way, all that first
So
beginner thing.
so here's the thing you can do.
Because I've heard horror stories about people getting
So let's team this for a second. Here's the thing you can do. Talk to me. Talk to Turtle Lovin'. Talk to Goliath, talk to Laura's Creations. Um, People who've been selling, go in, say hi, let them know who you
Yeah.
are, just, interact with people. Be careful how much you do in their shows if they're selling. You don't want to interrupt their selling too much.
No,
Pay attention
I've
to what
been
they're
on
doing.
Goliaths a lot, and I'll just say thank you or hi. I
Well,
just kind of.
but now here's my next suggestion. On your go live, you can select private show. So
Oh,
when you schedule your show, you can have it public or private.
oh,
Private, you have to invite somebody. So if you're really nervous about it, make the whole show the way you're going to do it for whatever you're whatever you're
mhm.
going to do, or at least just maybe 10 items or something. Don't put 200 items in there
Yeah.
for your test show, but have your shipping profiles done, and then make that show, schedule it out. Yeah, see, it's Hope's Heavenly Warehouse. And then talk to me or a friend you've made on here, somebody
Right, right,
else.
right.
Save That House Jess, I'm sure, would be willing to help. Any Mama T Ray, would probably not mind an invite. Lulos these are all wonderful people that are in this community.
I know. I want to friend all
Um,
18 of them. I could see them. I'm like, I want you
yep,
all.
and see, Mama T Ray just sent a thumbs up. You can invite her to the show, then you can run the items. She doesn't necessarily have to bid on it, but she'll see what the shipping shows up and tell you. And if it's something, maybe it is something she'll buy just to help you out so that we can see what the shipping says for the second item. And then you'll know that you have it set right because you've practiced with it. And you don't want to start canceling a bunch of stuff right away. If somebody wants to cancel, they need to ask you for a cancel.
Now
You
I
do
see
not.
that on other a lot of the shows that I watch and I purchase. They're like, no cancellations. No
Nope.
cancellations. That's like in their show notes. No cancellations. No cancellations.
Yep, and here's Secret Closet Collection. Invite me. So lots and lots of you should go ahead and
I
follow the
am. I'm
folks that are.
following them all right now. I'm going
Write your
down.
little notes
You eat.
down.
You eat your onion rings while I foul. If I
No,
missed
I
any.
got I got French fries and chicken strips. I got
Hey, I got
Dairy
chicken fingers and fries too in there.
Dairy Queen was out of onion rings.
Well, I stopped at the casino.
Oh, what part of the country are you in?
I'm in Buffalo, New York. Remember, I was looking for a Bill shirt the one day.
That was you.
Yes.
I was looking for a Bill shirt too.
Yeah, I got the Bills on all the time.
Nice. I could tell you a story about the Peace Bridge. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, I've been over it many a times. I'm literally
Did,
5 minutes from the Peace Bridge.
did, did you hear me say I used to drive truck?
Yes.
So I
Yes.
have a friend that used to have a yeshiva. Do you know what a yeshiva is?
No.
It's a Jewish, we'll call it a Jewish day school, sort of, for future rabbis, Orthodox type thing, or Lubavitchers.
Oh.
He needed a bus picked up from Toronto. So I'm going to go to Toronto and get this bus that this bus company is donating from Toronto. I got stuck at the Peace Bridge because they got all the Canadian stickers for the damn bus, but nobody thought to go get a bonding agent to get it into America. Oh my God, what a treat that was. So we took it back to Toronto and got back on a plane, flew back home.
Yeah, the
But
Peace Bridge is it's fun. It's fun.
yeah, yeah. I mean, everybody was nice enough to us there.
Yeah,
I
no,
think we got to ride the. Didn't you guys have like a train or something that for mass transit, the train to nowhere, it goes down one street and destroyed the street or something like that?
yeah, yeah. There's all kinds of stuff here. Hope's
Yeah, we have some of those.
Heavenly.
Hmm?
I said I'm reading and I see the Bills and I see Hope's Heavenly Warehouse. Oh, I have lots of Bills jerseys I need to get rid of. I sold one today. Oh, I'm on
You
it.
better you better
I'm
bookmark
on
and follow her show.
it. What do you mean you need to get rid of them? You can't even find stuff in Buffalo to buy for the
Yeah,
Bills. Like it's very hard.
I probably have more. I just haven't had time to pull them out. I've got to get through some of this GM stuff that I started pulling out. I'm running my brick and mortar right now. I'm running sports stuff out there
Are
on a
you?
sale deal. Yeah, we had like 15 racks outside the front door for
Oh
our local
wow.
customers.
Why
Did
did
you
you
hear that?
start Whatnot? How did you find out about this platform?
I started Whatnot because I had to get rid of Sam's clothes.
Oh.
Hmm.
So you buy pallets of stuff from the different stores? No.
Truckloads.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Nope. I work for the county where I live, the government. So like this is gonna be like a fun thing. I'm an empty nester, you know. I'm like, all right, my kids are
Mom,
grown, married, living their lives.
one day, Mama T. Ray and Kendra spent like 6 hours hanging up Sam's clothes in the back room so I could run a sale with them.
Oh my goodness. 6 hours.
Um, Terry Pie, were you in Pennsylvania?
Wholesalers. Yeah, that's a good one.
New Jersey? I couldn't remember. So there are some good folks over there. I don't know if I don't think he's selling pallets yet, but What a Bargain 518 is a whatnot seller. Send him a message. Um, there's also, depending on what you're getting, Med City Liquidation.
I get
He's
from
in
them.
Elgin, Minnesota. So Mike is one of the most What a Bargain 518. Mike at Med City Liquidation is one of the most trustworthy wholesalers in liquidation that there is.
I get a lot of
Um,
cases from him.
you did?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh,
Yeah.
you're following his reseller sale
Yeah.
or reseller or
Yeah.
bundles? Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So yeah, um, I think I was on the phone with him last night. Anyway, a couple of us we were on the phone for quite a while. There's some things cooking that are coming down the pipe that to bring everybody some stuff. Goliath is kind of driving it. Mike is supporting it. I'm supporting it. We're looking for ways to help bring product to the people who don't want truckloads or can't deal with truckloads in
That's
a
me.
yeah
That's me. That's
in a
me.
manner that's more manageable.
Yes.
And buying those boxes from Med City is a manageable thing.
Hmm.
He does have good product. He has a lot of Sam's Club. If I had, well, it's a long story, but anyway, he's very trustworthy. If you're looking for stuff, Terry, and you don't know for sure if you can trust someone, send him a message. He has a Facebook page. Now I can't. Do you remember the name of his whatnot Facebook page?
No.
Do you know what it is? Um,
Mm-mm. I do not know what it is, but I know
okay.
that
Yeah. Anyway, if you
I've never had
send
any
him
issues.
I mean, send him a DM on the app, and he'll eventually get to it. You definitely want to make sure that you're buying from somebody that's reputable. If
Yeah,
somebody
Terry,
tells you
I don't either.
if somebody tells you they've got a pallet of Lululemon for you, you should run. Nobody's got a pallet of Lululemon for you. It's not going to happen. Um, there are some things that are too good to be true, and that sound too good to be true, and they are too good to be true.
Hmm.
Yeah, Jen's deals. Yeah, it just doesn't work that way. Um, Famous brands are some of the hardest things to get your hands on because they're very controlled by the
I
people that own the brand.
I see a lot of sellers with Target.
Yeah, a lot of Target.
A lot of
You get a
Target.
lot of Target. And if you talk to Mike about Target, that's where you're going to get a fair deal on Target. Now, if you're out on the East Coast, there are some Target folks out there, and Terry Pie, um, I think, but I'm not positive, but I think What a Bargain. His name is Brent. Brent Yeager. I think he might know about the targets out there, who to trust, who not to trust. Um, Liquidations. Hang on a second. Revolve pallets are going for 15,000 right now. 500 pieces.
Wow.
Yeah, hard pass. Yeah,
Wow.
not today. It's nope, hard pass. Anyway, but Target. I mean, it targets a good product if you want to sell. You have to sell a lot of Target to make money at it because it goes for less, but you pay less for it. So if you
Mhm.
don't mind, doing the hard work. I mean, if you look at I got 14,500 sales. I'm selling a lot of tough stuff right now. Hi, Smiley for life. Nice to see you. I'm selling a lot of tough stuff right now because of some choices I made. I've got stuck with a lot of tough stuff. So I'm selling it, the dollar, $2 stuff. Don't be afraid to push your cheaper stuff that you need to get. It's just some stickers are running to get it out of there and get some money back in your pocket. Clothes are hard to sell. Clothes are only hard to sell sometimes. Try scheduling for 7 or 8 in the morning. Target pallets are trash. Depends on what clothing is not. No, you Target. So here's the thing, Jen's deals. Target pallets are not trash at all. Where you get your Target pallets from, there's Out for Trout, Med City. He drives down there for me. Um, he that's my friend Dean. He's up fishing right now. He's getting ready for opener in the morning. Um, but Target pallets are not trash. Some suppliers sell trash. I don't know who sells trash and who doesn't. What I do know is that Med City sells good Target. I know there's
Mhm.
some other sellers on here that have good Target also. It's very important to network. If you want to buy something from somebody, make sure you see what you're getting. Say, am I getting that box that you just showed me in the video? You know, you're going to walk me through your warehouse. Am I getting this load that you are videoing right now? Mark this load so I know that this is mine. Or go there, look at it in person if you're buying a whole truckload you've never met. Uh, Dean, I don't know about, I mean, pallet liquidation, so,
Me too,
but
Terry.
go there and look. If you can't go there and look, do a video with them. If you have any doubts at all, there's a um, Facebook group called um, Liquidation Scammer page or Scammer Liquidation page. Friend that group. Ask in there: is this person legit? Are they real? Um, you know, that's another thing you can do to help. If you're not sure, send myself or Med City or Goliath a message and go, hey, we're looking at this place. You know, can you guys use your contacts, check into it and see if it's real? Every one of us wants to see you get a good deal. I don't care if you buy it from me, Mike, Goliath, 518, any of the other wholesalers that are out there. I don't care where you get it. It doesn't matter to me who you get it from. We all do better when we all do better. What's important is to make sure that you're buying from a reputable source or that you've properly vetted them to make sure that you know what you're getting before you spend your hard earned money on it. In liquidations, when you buy a pallet, that money is gone. Once you send it, it ain't coming back. Jen, facts. You know, I have a $35,000 pain in the ass in my back room right now. That's an expensive hit. I had a $16,000 Target pain in my ass a long time ago. That person doesn't do business anymore, thank God. You have to be very careful. Even with vetting, sometimes you still make mistakes. The $35,000 one, it's somebody who's been doing it for a long time. You know, I shouldn't have been screwed by that person. Go look at it. Hope's Heavenly lost 15,000 pallets lost on. Yeah, it happens. And when you get a loss like that, the important thing to
Mm.
do is how can I make as much back as I can? What can I get out of this for cash so that I can restart? You know, if I get half out of that 35,000, I'll probably be lucky. That gets me another load of Sam's Club though. And Sam's Club is 99% shelf ready. So that's a nice thing about Sam's. If you get it from an actual Sam's contract holder, it's shelf ready. Not everybody that sells Sam's on the internet is a contract holder. Med City is a contract holder. Ask him. He'll tell you. If you can trust him, he'll tell you you can trust him. If you can't, he'll say maybe you want to check somebody else. You know, that's the way to
That
do it.
sounds like it's an important question. Are you a contract holder? That would be
Yeah, and
like,
they'll lie to you. And they're gonna lie to you. They're gonna lie to
yeah.
you.
I
Yeah. You have to do your homework.
I've been seeing a lot more of pallets being sold on Whatnot. There's this one I've been watching. I can't remember the name of it. I never buy one, but they literally show you what they're throwing in there. It's like 500 pieces. It's usually Nike, Under Armour, things like that. And they can't charge shipping. So it's free shipping.
Yes. So the pallet has to sell for a little more because of free shipping, because
Yeah.
that can get expensive. But if you're talking about out there flipping,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So I was watching them. It
Yes.
looks like they sell some pretty good stuff. I saw some Dick's
Yes.
or
I've been
whatever it's
watching
called,
them do
sporting
it.
goods.
Yeah.
You know, um,
They said the
some of that
semi
has to.
comes right to your house and drops it off and everything.
Yep, a lift gate service. So they'll take they'll bring the pallet jack down and bring it to your garage door, and that's as far as they go. And
Yeah,
then
but
you
I
got to
was
figure the
like,
rest of it out.
but I didn't think the pallets were that expensive.
Some are, some aren't.
Like I didn't see them
Um,
going for a lot. I'm not into the clothes thing.
Texas Turtle, congratulations! Stickers from Mystery Deals coming at you.
Congrats. And one of the other ones I follow
Oh,
that
there! Look who
somebody's
just showed
rating
up.
you.
Goliath just rated.
I was just on his show earlier. Like he already
Me
had
too.
another. He already had another one.
Goliath, I have to eat.
He
Huh?
already had another show.
He was selling his own stuff, you guys. All the stuff that he's
Oh,
bought.
I missed
So
the selling part.
now here's what you got to know about Goliath's selling. That man and his wife are out here supporting whatnot sellers like crazy. And because of that, his garage is full. His wife can't walk through the living room. Their house is full of things they have bought to help support new sellers. So when you see Goliath selling, he needs to move that stuff and we need to support him because he's supporting all of us.
Oh
That's my
yeah,
2 cents on the subject.
I agree.
Bookmark everybody on here, I think, is already following Goliath.
Yeah.
Bookmark his shows. Same with Laura's creations. Laura makes him sell it. Yeah. Listen, my wife does the same
I
thing.
caught the tail end of him selling today, and he's like, "Oh, okay, that's it, guys. I don't think you guys
Hey,
they robbed him blind. They everything was
Goliath,
gone."
Goliath, you still there? Look at what I got. Hang on. I gotta show him because he was selling gel nail stuff. Look at this. I'm sitting here looking at cases of this stuff in my back room. Oh my God. Now he saturated the market. I'm stuck with it for another week. Oh, Check is here. Hi, Turtle Lovin'. Hi, Check. If you're here, thank you for stopping in. It's nice to see you. I got to start. We got raided. Oh, I just saw him pop. There he is. I see you. I love the way Check just, he's got that picture going. He's like, really? I just love that. His persona is awesome in here. I wish he'd start selling. Hint, hint, schedule a show. Didn't Laura tell you that too, bud? That's another guy that's supporting all over the place. His wife is a seller. He's supporting all over the place. It's just crazy. When he starts selling, he needs to get rid of that some of that stuff so he can get some of that revenue back so he can keep supporting more new sellers. I mean, this guy, I don't know how to explain it. He's right up there at the top of the heap. That's just the way he is. And that's the way it's who he's gonna stay. Oh, we got to bless the chat from Lulos, which is Carolyn. So let me run that giveaway. She blessed the chat with a $10 Amazon gift card. And Turtle Lovin', can you pin up Lulu's? Yeah, there she is. No, where'd she go? Oh, hold on. She's got numbers behind her name, and I don't remember what the hell they are. It's gray hair, you know.
It seems like people are
Just a
saying
sec.
they're having trouble printing labels.
Oh, I'll get to that in a minute. Lulu, LOUS 2024. Lulu's 24. Like and follow. She is going to be starting to sell in the future. We've been talking about that. She hasn't scheduled anything yet. Neither has Secret. Okay, again, is
I
one of the
haven't
mods
yet.
in here?
I'm hoping to schedule to the end of the month. We all be scheduling together. We should all just do it the same day and just
She
do
didn't
it.
sponsor. She won it. Oh, aren't I funny? Well, I just ran one, so I guess we're sponsoring it, and we're going to do it in the name of Lulu's because she's one of our regular local customers. So if she won a giveaway, and I misread the line, and Turtle Lovin' straightened me out, and we love being helpful and supporting. So we're running that $10 giveaway. Go like and follow Lulu's 2024. So she's got some followers when she starts selling. Thank you,
Now, how do
Turtle
you
Lovin'.
make? How did you make Turtle Love and a mod?
I touched her name and I pushed allow to moderate.
Oh, that's it.
When she comments, well, I had her set. She's supposed to be set as an auto mod, but for some reason it didn't work. And Goliath can tell you guys about that. We can set auto mods and they just vanish. We don't know why.
Okay.
But otherwise, when they're in the chat, ask them to say something, and then you can touch their name and click
Oh,
allow to
okay.
moderate.
That's
Here's what you need
easy.
to here's what you need to know about moderators. Moderators can boot people out of your show.
Oh.
You gotta make a moderator. It has to be somebody you trust, because moderators can boot people out of your show. Yeah, it's
Oh.
yeah. Trust your mods. You must trust your mods. If you see one of the raiders that you see all the time in here, and you need help, and you need a mod, and you see one in there, ask, "Can I mod you?" I would say most of the raiders are pretty good at trying to help you. Like if you get a creeper in your show tries to cause problems, they can boot them out for you. Um, that helps quite a bit. Also, make sure you set what do you call it? Verified buyers on your show, and you'll see where that is when you schedule it, or we can talk
Okay.
about it. Remember to write down verified buyers.
I am. I'm writing it down. I got my
All right. So
pen.
Now I have to go back to shipping questions. To print the receipt on regular paper to save labels, place it inside package in the shipping label on thermal one. So just keep winning. I have switched. I was doing that, and I had to go buy toner for my laser printer. And while it is just a little bit cheaper to do it on the laser printer, um, by the time I switch back and forth from laser to label, laser to label, and go running and pull all those all those different pieces of paper to pack it, the amount of time that I'm saving, it far outweighs the cost of the damn labels. If you really legitimately can't afford the labels at the moment, fine, do it that way. Eventually, you're going to have to buy toner, and that costs a fortune too. You know, I have an HP laser, well, actually, 3 HP laser printers, and if you use the off-brand toner, it's 50-50 crapshoot. Sometimes you're going to come out. Some of you have gotten stuff from me where the edges have been orange or yellow or some weird shit. That's from the off-brand toner. I got it out of one of my Amazon loads. It was literally in my Amazon load and it fit my printers. I won't do that again. Yep, the labels are cheaper than the toner. Turtle Oven has it exactly right. A minute left in that $10 giveaway that Mystery Deals sponsored in the name of Lulu's 2024. Like and follow Carolyn so she has some followers when she's ready to start selling. Like, that is just hilarious.
So then after the show, whoever buys anything, the
Yeah.
labels are all there where you just hit print.
No, well, some of them I can, some of them I can't. I have to double check them. It depends on what we're doing. Like for, I don't just push print all labels. I go line by line and I'll bundle where I can. But yeah, you have to generate it first. She's
Oh,
right.
okay.
Hang on, I don't pay attention to that because my printer does. I don't pay attention. Yeah, label printers don't need toner. It's thermal. It's a thermal printer, so it uses heat. Um,
I have to
let's see.
generate what first, Turtle?
You have to generate the labels. You'll see that when you start doing a show.
Okay.
You push a
Okay.
button to generate labels. Too much. Check, check. It is not too much work. Man, you do more. You do more hard work in your first 10 minutes at your desk than this is all day. Who are you fooling? Jeez. Man. Buffy Love, you got the
Congrats.
$10 Amazon gift card on mystery deals in the name of Lulu's.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Hey, at least when I make a boo boo, it's a good one. Oh my goodness.
Or a $30,000 one in the back of your room.
No, that was 35 plus shipping.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Ask your shipping questions. Yes, Turtle Oven is correct. Okay. I've gotten way off the deep end here.
That's my fault.
It's no, I invited you in and it's helping you get ready to sell because we're having an
And I
interaction and
feel like
you,
there's a lot of new people that are thinking the same way, are going to be getting ready to sell on here right now. And they're asking, they have the same kind of questions. And I'm
oh,
reading theirs.
yep, Terry Pie, there is a way to do that on your phone. You just have to log into Whatnot on your browser on your phone and have your phone hooked up to your printer. I don't know. Terry,
Oh.
did I ever send you my phone number, Terry Pie? We can walk through it if we need to, but I prefer to do it on my laptop
You're
for
so
shipping.
generous with your time.
All right, let's send me a message so I don't forget, Terry. We'll get on it. I had to go over it with Kendra too. Yeah, I prefer the laptop. Yep, or the computer. But
He's very
I
generous. You're very generous with your time and helping
I
everyone.
try. I try.
You really are.
I drink my strawberry malt now and my beer later.
I feel that.
Yep. So, but shipping questions. Let's see. I can't see anymore. Cross-eyed bear. Is that what we got here? Um. All right. Shipping questions. What do we have? Laptop makes the fundamentals more simple, I think. Yep. It's also better to see your status on a laptop. When you're a seller, again, I'm going to pull something up here. I don't want to toot my horn too much, but I'm going to pull something up here. You can push the button called Account Health, and I'm going to take you guys on a little ride here, so bear with me for a second. But when you pull up account health, you can see that. And it gives you really quick if everything is good. And that's what your goal is. 100, 100
Count
and
help.
excellent with no suspensions. You can't see that very well on your phone. It tells you when you go in here on your phone to do it on the laptop. But that's your goal. You want those hundreds. You want to try and do it 100, 100, 100. That's not to say I haven't made mistakes, but I've caught up to my mistakes. So it doesn't show up anymore.
So what if
Um,
somebody orders something and there's a tracking number because we did everything we were supposed to do and then they say they don't get it? Does whatnot, like, what do you do about a situation like that?
um, I'm at 10%, 96%. Oh, awesome. So you tell them to contact whatnot. So when you ship something,
Okay.
you take it to the post office.
Yes.
You want to make sure that that tracking number is scanned in front of you.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
we don't have time. We'll just stack them over there. Nope.
Okay, scan
Nope.
them in front of me. Okay.
Nope. If you're shipping priority, order, put in an order for pickup and have them come to your house and pick it up in the morning. They'll do it with your regular mail unless you got a big pile. Then Terry Pie, they won't give you a receipt if they pick it up at your house, but they got this little blue scanner that they hold in their hand. You hand them a box, beep. You hand them a box, beep. You hand them a box, beep. Get the idea? I have everything scanned. If I hear they scan it again. If it doesn't scan the second time, they give it back to me and I figure out why. I
Oh.
don't give them anything without a scan. Goliath, are you still there?
Well, I know
He can
whatnot keeps
attest to
receipts
this.
too because I can look back at a purchase I made and it says it's coming and I'm like, oh, what did I make? And I look at the receipt. But what
Yes,
if
but
you
if the post office didn't scan your box when you dropped it off and something happens to it, it doesn't look like you ever dropped it off. So
okay.
now, hey seller, what'd you do with that box? Where'd you put the box? It says that you never dropped it off. Get the box, get them all scanned. The only time you don't get a scan is with the envelopes with the 69 cent on it. Those do have limited tracking. Whatnot can
Oh yeah,
see
yeah.
when they've been mailed because they go through the machinable mail department and they will eventually do it, not scan it. Hang on a second. Yes, I'm eating. Sorry, I don't have a choice. I don't want to tip over. Oh, that guy's eating. I'm eating too. I have my malt and my fries and I already ate my chicken strips.
So what if someone does come to you and say, well, I didn't get my package? So whatnot gets that notification?
I tell them it depends on the situation. I'll look up the tracking number and see what it says. You're talking about Goliath, yeah, Goliath, yeah. And I know he has. I think he has family in town too. But yeah, I'll check the tracking myself just so I can see what it says. But I tell them you need to push the button through Whatnot that says, "Hey, where's this package?" and let Whatnot
Okay.
handle it. Whatnot also takes care of refunds. If somebody wants you to send them money for a refund for something, don't, because as soon as you send them money for a refund, then they're going to go on Whatnot and say they didn't get it. Whatnot's going to refund them too. And then Whatnot's going
Oh,
to
okay.
charge you back for the refund if it was your fault.
So they do like an investigation behind the scenes if someone says they didn't get their package.
Something like that.
And then they'll tell me, well, this one didn't get their
Whatnot,
package.
Whatnot, any insurance claims, Whatnot takes care of because Whatnot takes care of all the shipping. We're the we're the animal that does it, but the behind the scenes, all the computer stuff, all the money for shipping, all the tracking for shipping is all managed by Whatnot.
So if they said they didn't get it, do I have to pay again? Like I'm confused. Or does whatnot take over?
I haven't had to.
Okay.
Whatnot deals with it. They get to the
Okay.
bottom of it. It might
Okay.
be a seller. It might be a seller who's a habitual. I didn't get it. There are those. I mean, a buyer who's a habitual. I didn't get it. They're just trying to get something for nothing. There's people like that out here.
And you never got any notifications about someone saying they didn't get something.
Mm. I have had a couple things not show up, and I've got all 100s right now. I was at 99 on shipments for a couple things, but it was before I started getting a scan every time I go to the post office. Once you drop it off at the post office, you've done your part.
Okay.
If it shows up damaged or destroyed, if it was not in a, if the box didn't get destroyed, then they say you might have damaged it before you sent it. So you want to watch and make sure it's good. I had to give you after I set up stickers 2 came back address label and 2 came with regular labels. Like when I ship a package. Are you Shop for Fun? Are you talking about that came to you or you sent them that way?
You said also they come to your house if you have a lot of stuff instead of me
You
going to
can
the
order a
post.
pickup. If you have a postal account and you're shipping priority, look at the rules for priority shipping. They will pick it up free
Okay.
of charge. If you don't have any priority in the pile and it's all ground, you have to pay for the pickup or bring it to them. If you have priority in the pile, they will come pick it up.
Mm.
Gibbies, you send in an envelope. Yeah, if you have it set, if you're doing things that fit in an envelope and you can set it to 1 ounce and ship it that way with a 69-cent stamp. It costs 73 cents when you do the giveaway, and then 69 cents is the stamp. And there's limited tracking. Whatnot will know when it's been tendered and when it's been delivered, but there's no guarantee it was delivered to the right place. You're counting on the mailman for that. But Whatnot takes care of that part of it, not you.
Even with the regular envelopes then. Oh
Yep.
wow.
Whatnot takes care of all of that. Tell your customers, get a hold of Whatnot if something is wrong with their delivery.
Okay.
There are a lot of people scamming that, they're trying to just get something for nothing. So you want to let Whatnot take care of it. They have the database, they have the tracking, they know how many times this person has done returns, how many times they've done questionable returns, and so on and so forth. So be prepared to go to the post office if USPS driver doesn't show up at a house to meet your obligation. Yeah, sometimes you still do need to take it if they don't show.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you.
for me, I have a store, and you also put your phone number in there. If they're short of people, the postmaster will call me. I've actually had her show up in her SUV to pick up my stuff.
Wow. I don't
On
have
the other
problems
side,
going now because I'm so small and everything, but in the middle of winter in Buffalo, New York, sometimes I can't get out.
sometimes neither can the mailman.
I know. I know. I don't know how they do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm due west of you. I'm in Virginia, Minnesota.
Yeah.
I'm close to the Canadian border also.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So now, how would I know if I were to take one of these? I'm looking at them that they came in the mail today, the priority mail boxes, and I'm going to schedule it for £5 to bundle up to £5 on my show. That's how I plan on
Mhm.
doing it.
Mhm.
And then, how would I know? Like, say I went over the, like, you know how you said you have to be careful you don't go over that £5.
If it's in a flat rate box, it doesn't matter if it fits, it ships unless it's 70 pounds.
Oh,
In the
okay.
flat rate box.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I have.
Yeah, but if it's in one that says mailing box and no flat rate, you can't go over 5 pounds.
So it has to stay flat rate,
It
no
has to stay
matter what.
flat rate. Well, no, it has to stay flat rate if it's a flat rate box to go over 5 pounds. You can use any regular box up to 5 pounds. It doesn't have to be in a flat rate box. Up to 5 pounds. If you're going once you go over 5 pounds, it either has to be in a flat rate box or it's going to go ground and you're going to pay extra shipping. And if you set it right in your profiles, the customer pays the shipping. Hang on, Michael, why did the app change it for 2 and 2 was like label for a package for Bloop the chat? I don't know. I'd have to see your actual shipping profiles. If you're using smart bundling, I don't know what to tell you. The only time I use smart bundling is when I do cards and I run them as a other sports card 0 to 1 ounce. That's the only time I use smart bundling, or for the stickers. I use that for smart bundling for stickers also. Other than that, I don't. And yeah, if you had it set up for stickers, I mean, I don't know. I guess I would send a message to Whatnot because that charged you for that shipping, right? It charged you for something instead of 73 cents. Waiting for the thing. I don't know yet. Oh, well, you'd know because it once you open it up to ship it, it'll show, and you open the edit screen, it'll show you what you paid for shipping. That's in the edit screen. You don't see that on the screen where you're going to generate label because the customer didn't pay the shipping, you did. So that's on a different screen.
Mm. I don't know why
It
I'm
had
so
bundling
scared.
on.
So scared of
Terry,
the shipping.
well,
So
you want to make sure
scared.
you have it right.
Okay.
Where is the edit screen? Let me see if I can try and show you without showing you.
I set up for
Um,
a 69-cent giveaways. Oh,
I don't think I quite understand that one. You set up for 69 cent. You set it for the for as a card. You were giving away cards, Buffy Love.
very nice advice. Yeah. I'm following Buffy Love.
Well, then you can't if it doesn't fit in the envelope, you're going to have to edit what you did, and it's going to cost you. You can't set up shipping for something that's not within the parameters of USPS guidelines.
I agree, Destiny.
And shipping is the most yeah.
I
It doesn't
agree.
have to be, but it requires research. You have an obligation to yourself to do it right, so that you don't get dinged on it. And some people get dinged pretty good. I'm still waiting to hear from Musa Man because he did smart bundling with a flat rate the other day. I hope it went well for him. Buffy Love, I guess I'm not sure where you went wrong either because I can't see your profile. But if you set it up for 69-cent labels for cards, but you were shipping jewelry or things that don't fit in a flat envelope, then that's, I mean, shipped for the past 4 years, and this just seems nuts. Well, yeah, Destiny, hold on a minute. And it's not nuts, it's just doing it the right way. And if you're still telling Facebook what you're shipping or whatever you're telling the post office what you're shipping and it's giving you the right label for it. This is doing it through Shippo, which is who Whatnot contracts with. And it's, you know, telling the information to the app so the app can give you the right labels is all we're doing. It's not, I mean, it's not rocket science, but it can be daunting. It's just odd the way it's set up, I guess. Yeah, I'm not going to argue that. I mean, I could see where they might be making some changes, and they have said they are working on shipping. There's already been a change in the last week and a
If it
half.
ships, if it fits, it ships. It doesn't apply to
Yeah, it,
one.
it it does if you do shipping profiles and you use a flat rate box, then it
That's what
applies.
I think I'm gonna do because I'm gonna do so
I
much
can do
random.
I can do 8 of those shirts in a box,
And it's only
and then it
921.
921. That's right.
As long as the box is a priority box, right?
Flat rate
Right.
box, or it
Flat
doesn't
rate.
go over 5 pounds and it's less than 1 cubic foot.
So what I definitely need a good scale. I definitely need a good
Well, if you're
scale.
using the flat rate box, then you're fine. If it
Okay.
doesn't fit in the flat rate box, then you're gonna need a scale.
And how I still don't understand how Whatnot knows when to start my 921 over for like if someone goes over the 5 pounds.
That's why you make those profiles I was showing you.
Okay.
And then when you go select shipping, you select that profile. So when
So I have light profile, medium profile, and heavy profile. And very light profile is going to be my gift card giveies.
well, no, you're not going to use remember when I said don't use a profile for giveies? It's the only
Oh,
thing.
no
Giveies
profile.
and stickers don't use a profile.
No profile.
Giveies and stickers, you just do 0 to 1 ounce.
And that I can do like you do and put them in and scratch it off and
Take picture
oh, yep.
with the picture of the envelope. Yep.
No profile. What did you say put it for? I'm sorry.
0 to 1 ounce. Shop for fun. Are you talking about the stickers for Bloop the Chat? Those two.
So all stickers and gift cards can go like that.
Hmm? Up to 1 ounce.
A lot of people do giveaways with stickers. Now, other people do giveaways with like Stanleys and stuff. You don't pay for the shipping if you win one, right? I've never won a big
No, you
gift.
don't pay for the shipping if you win. This
Okay.
the person giving it away
If
pays
I
the
was
shipping.
giving away a Stanley, I would have to pay for the shipping. Okay.
Yep.
I never won a big
Yep.
item. Can you tell? Like, I don't know.
hmm Yep. Seller pays the shipping. If somebody sends you a message and says, "I need you to pay for the shipping for this," immediately send a message to Whatnot.
Okay. Flag them.
Immediately go,
Okay.
"Hey, I don't know what's going on, but can you help this seller out? They need some help."
Okay.
And then Whatnot can help the seller because the seller needs to know how to do it right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let's see. Does it go away after each show, or it remains in the
Oh,
shipping
good
profile?
question.
So shipping profiles do not go away. Profiles do not go away. If you do giveaways, any unused giveaways go away. You have to make new ones for the next show. Your inventory items do not go away. They go back into your inventory if they don't sell. You can find them either in your inventory or in inactive or something, figure out where they went to and then pull them back in. Um, that's how that works.
I see people go live and they just do like the boom 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 boom. They got their giveaways loading and everything as they're live. I'm like, Jesus, what are you? I can't do that. Like, how do you do that?
You mean the ones that do every 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a. I'm gonna do another
I'll
stickers
put it, I'll
giveaway here.
accidentally hit flat rate and I'm paying $9.21 to ship a gift card.
Well, yeah, that could be an issue. That could definitely be an issue. Mm. Dairy Queen is so bad. God, I just love it.
I like their blizzards.
hmm Yeah, you can import your inventory into a show. When you make your inventory, you can
Oh,
check the button that says,
giveaways are tax
Mhm.
write-offs. I didn't know that.
Yeah, anything that you're doing for your marketing is an expense, a
And they
business
send you a
expense.
tax form at the end of the year. I read that part, right? Like they'll send you.
I just give it to my tax person. I have no idea.
Okay.
I can't give tax advice. I have no idea.
But they
I
give
have
you
a bookkeeper.
something. But
Yeah,
they
I
give
have a
you,
bookkeeper.
okay.
They gave us something, and I just give it to the
Okay.
bookkeeper.
Okay. So the
hmm
money that people are paying you for the auction, does it go into like a separate account?
I have a business checking account.
Okay. No, I mean like Whatnot's paying. Like if I bought something on Facebook from someone, I would Zelle them, Venmo them, whatever it might be. So at Whatnot, if someone's buying something from you, I'm buying a shirt for $5, they're taking their 8% and they send you the rest.
Sort of. It's not 8%. There's an 8% commission fee, but there's also a 2.9% credit card fee and a 30-cent transaction fee.
Oh,
Oh, and um, you pay the 2.9% on the total, including what the customer paid for shipping.
oh my goodness.
Yes. So
How are
one wants
people
to be,
selling everything for $1?
well,
I don't understand. I've seen you do it
so
too.
I do it too. And sometimes I get cooked. Sometimes I just want it to go away and I'd rather just sell it for $1 and get my 30 cents out of it and call it a day. Um, so if I sell something for $1, well, here, we'll use the shirts. So if I sell 8 shirts for $1, each one is $1, right? And now I changed them to 2, by the way, because of this. But if I sell it for $1, the first shirt that I sell for the package that's going to ship has the shipping on it. So it's $1, and then there's $9.21 and the taxes or whatever Whatnot charges. Out of that first shirt, I'm going to get like 30 some cents.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the fees and the fees for shipping. The second shirt I sell, it's going to be for $1. I'm going to get 59 cents along with the next 7, 59 cents out of it because there's no credit card fee for the shipping, only the transaction fee. So That's how that works. That's why you guys will see me now starting at $2 on a lot of things, especially my shirts, because at $2 I get $1.50. You know,
Yeah.
at $1 I don't get 60 cents. Sometimes I get 30. So you want to pay attention to that. I mean, I need to get it gone. I need to get the revenue back in. I'm willing to sell it for less than I need than I like. I mean, I don't have a choice. I've got to get this product moved. So
Mm.
that's why you'll see me do that. Some people start everything at $1 because they think it generates more momentum in their show, and sometimes it does. It depends on your giveaways. A minute and 20 seconds left in there. Um, Med City loves to start everything at $1, and he usually doesn't get cooked too bad.
Yeah.
Other people start things at $1, and you get the bargain hunters in there, and that's all you ever get is the bargain hunters, and they'll sit there and dollar you to death, and they don't give two shits. They just want everything for the dollar, and once you're not selling for $1 anymore, then you don't see them anymore. It's kind of sad, but that happens. Back to that's where we should build community and keep building community. Get your giveaway stuff straight. Get your value added straight. Provide a good service to your customer, and then they're not afraid to pay for the product. Provide a good product and a good service. It's
Yeah.
like any other business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Provide a good product and a good service.
Yeah. I don't think
Let's
I'll start
see.
at $1. I'll be too soon. Shipping
Give me a
included.
second. We started that. When you, DG Menace, when you say included, are you talking about for everything somebody buys? I mean, there are people who've done that. They got really cooked.
Follow and get followers.
Somebody's gonna get stickers. Destiny, you're getting stickers from
Congrats,
Mystery Deals.
Destiny. She said, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I don't. So, DG, I'm not sure I understand the context of the entire thing. If you had a question, try it again. I missed something in translation. Shipping included, I was told by others, and surprised me some. But the bay started that too.
Yeah, I'm confused. I don't know what. Yeah, I know when I type sometimes my fingers don't type the letters I want.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to talk about that place on
Oh,
here. Yeah, I still
so
don't.
bad. I
I
get
mean,
it.
so shipping included. Well, let's. When I was on there, it was a price plus shipping too. Surprised me because they used to not do that. Oh, yeah, I can't speak to that other place. You know, I don't deal with that. I haven't for a long time. I think one of my people has a page there for my store, but we don't have anything there anymore. Um, we like it here on Whatnot.
What's the name of your store? You're there.
Mystery deals.
Oh, okay. It's all the same. That's
Yeah, well,
awesome.
technically, Mystery Deals and More is my Facebook now because me and Facebook had a disagreement. One of
No.
them wasn't ounce. What's the setup to have it shipped priority? Um, Buffy Love. I guess that depends on what you're. I mean, are you when it weighs? If you have to have it at 1 pound to get a priority label, it has to be 1 pound or 1 to 5 pounds to get a priority label. If it only weighs an ounce and you want to call it a pound to get a priority label, that's fine. And then you put it in a. There's other priority packages. There's some hard ones that you can put it in. Um, but are you talking about something like it's got a lot of value, so you want the tracking on it? Is that what you're thinking, Buffy Love?
It could be, but it doesn't weigh a lot. Yeah.
I mean, if I have something I want tracked, ground will track as well. If it's under a pound, you just put it at 6 ounces, and you'll get. No, it's too thick for the envelope, and it weighs an ounce. Then you're into dimensional stuff. You're going to probably have to tell it it weighs a pound. But I mean, if you put the dimensions in there, it's not going to it'll give you a ground label. If the dimensions are not 11 by 6 or whatever it is by 0.25 inches thick, once you get to 0.5 inches thick, you're going to a ground label. That's just all there is to it. The only way you get a regular first class mail out of it is if it's machinable. And if it's over 0.25 inches thick, it is no longer machinable. If it's not even all the way across, it's not machinable. So you're going to a ground label. Or, and if you want to say it's a pound to get a priority label, you can. There's no need. They both have tracking. So wouldn't need to do that.
You're
Hello,
very
Purdue fan. All right. Well, Heather, it's been fun chatting with you.
yes, you
You
too,
know how to get a
honey.
hold of me.
I gotta go
Um,
potty. I
TMI.
gotta get off of here. I gotta go shoo
All right.
shoo.
I'm gonna I'm gonna do the yeet thing if I can make my thumb do the.
I don't know how to get off of here either.
I do. I gotta
Thank you
touch
so
this.
much. I'm gonna still watch and listen, but I'm gonna go
There
shoo
we
shoo.
go. All right. Bye bye. Well, now it's quiet again. Look at that. No more noise. Isn't that something? You want to use the padded envelopes, the ones that are priority from the post office? What do you mean they cost a lot, Destiny? Why cost a lot? How? I got to turn on some music here or try. Hey, Roscoe, we're doing a little shipping show. To ship? No. So any priority package up to 5 pounds on whatnot costs $9.21. So depending on what you're shipping, you might want it protected that way to protect small items. Yeah, and your customer is paying shipping, and you tell them when you're selling, look at the shipping price. This is because this is how we need to pack it, and if you're not comfortable with the shipping, please don't bid. It's just that simple. You want the product to get there in good shape. But Whatnot has a contract for $9.21 priority from 1 to 5 pounds, as long as it's not over 1 cubic foot. That's 12 by 12 by 12, or whatever combination you need to use to stay inside of that 1 cubic foot. So Buffy Love, then the thing you would want to do is, at least in my opinion, is if you want to use just priority, is you set that first item to a pound, and if you only want to ship one in the package, you set the max bundle to one, and then you get your priority label. That's how you need to do that. I guess I'm not sure what you mean by if I want to. You can ship a padded envelope ground. It just cannot say priority on it. It has to be, um, like you can buy bubble mailers off of Amazon or places like that. Um, I don't have any within reach, but I mean, I have some that look like this, and you can ship these ground if they're 15 ounces or under with the product in them and thick. The bubble mailers, you can ship them ground because you make your profile with the dimensions of the envelope and the thickness of the envelope, and you put it at 15 ounces, it's automatically going to give you a ground label for that item. But I would suggest doing max bundling so that you have a profile that says that, That way you only get one in an envelope. Otherwise, if you just use the 15-ounce item on Whatnot, it's going to bundle a boatload of them together and have you do it a different way. Terry, it depends on what you're shipping. You have to set your max bundle. If you're doing flat rate, you have to set your max bundle to whatever will fit in here. My shirts, I set to 8 for my t-shirts. I could fit 8 of them in my max bundle. Yep. And as I said earlier, my nail polish ends up being 32 of these because I sell them for 2 for 1, and so 32 of them go in a flat rate box, the smaller, or not a flat rate box, but a small mailing box. It gets too heavy if you go over that, and then you go over 5 pounds, and it's just not worth the headache. Buffy, you're welcome. Buffy Love, did I answer your question? Kinda. Do you want to co-host, Buffy Love? Can you co-host right now?
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can. I just couldn't talk because I was taking a drink of my water.
Yes. Thank you so much for helping. I really appreciate it. It's
I'm
really
trying.
confusing.
Can be. And sometimes the explanation is not necessarily simple, unfortunately.
Hmm.
Um, but so you're trying to use bubble mailers for your stuff?
I mean, I see a lot of them getting shipped out, and I'm not sure. I guess I should have looked when I was getting ones in and seen how they were printed because when I did my show, I did small jewelry items. And I think that I set it up wrong because I had the cheap setting for the envelopes for the giveaways. And then when I set the jewelry and it was 1 ounce, then it also came in just a regular envelope printed. And that I know that's too thick. So I'm really confused.
So this is where we get into making shipping profiles.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing the gift cards or something flat like that or stickers, you don't need a profile. It'll work just fine. But once you're doing something that's different and it's thicker, you make a shipping profile, name it whatever you want based on the item you're selling. And then you put the dimensions of your envelope. That will be the length, width, and thickness of how thick it's going to be when the product is in it. Then it will charge your
Mm.
customer the proper amount of shipping and give you the proper label. If it's jewelry items, if it were me selling them and I don't sell jewelry, I would probably have also set a max bundle of 1. You can set
Mm-hmm.
the max bundle. So that means whatever that shipping is going to be, 475 or whatever for that item, every item is going to be that. There there is, I mean, you could use there's a smaller version of this, a flat rate box. You could use that if for somebody that's buying a lot of stuff. I don't know how many people you have, how many of your customers are going to buy, 50 items at the same.
Oh, I don't, yeah, I don't know.
Don't know yet. So, I mean,
I'm
that can
not that
stay
far
fluid.
yet.
Okay, that
Mm-hmm.
can stay fluid. See how it goes as you start moving along. But start out with making a shipping profile for that small thing, including all those dimensions.
Okay.
That's what I would do.
Okay, and then if I
100%.
do separate, like how you have shirts or nail polish or all these different things, how are you're just because I got the scale, I'm weighing things. I just yeah, I just need to know basic settings, and I'm so terrified to end up so you know into debt for shipping. That's my biggest fear.
It's a legitimate concern. It is a
Right?
legitimate concern.
It's
Uh,
terrifying.
so 2 minutes left on that stickers giveaway. So ice cube trays. I sold these as a light. They weigh a little under a pound. I can fit 5 of them in a package. I cannot fit 5 of them in this regular flat rate box. But because I can fit 5 of them in under 5 pounds, I can still get a priority label for them. So I max bundled them at 5.
Okay.
That's what the profile for those says. When I'm selling things that are that dimension and that weight, I make sure that I use the profile that says light for my light GM, and it bundles 5 together, and then it charges another shipping and goes to another box. Apparently Terry Pie bought some of those from me, and she says they're awesome.
That's awesome.
We were talking the other day on my stream about my little icy ball makers. They make little icy balls.
I love those. I sent those
Round.
to my dad.
Anyway, um, but you make a profile for that type of product. And then when you have a lot of little things like this,
Mm-hmm.
to be safe, I max bundle these at 16. So I can fit 16 of these in a priority box, in a flat rate box, so I don't have to worry about the weight.
Okay.
I can also fit them in a regular little small priority box because they double stack and they don't go over 5 pounds. So I can ship them that way too if I need to. Heather, thank you for the bloop. Excuse me. Oy. When I'm selling bigger things, I don't have something handy. These I can fit 5 of, the little water bottles. But we get bigger boxes than that, like the little UV lights for nails and shit like that. Fit 2 of them in a package, depending on their weight. I try not to go over 5 pounds just in case it doesn't fit in the priority box. One. Oh, sorry, guys. Forever Treasures, congratulations on the stickers. It's been a long day for me, you guys. Shipping is a challenge. You'll want to get your shipping profiles made before you start selling, in my opinion. If you go through
Yes.
shipping, if you go through the information on shipping in the app, it tells you they strongly encourage you to make profiles. They offer the smart bundling option. Yeah, I buy a lot on here and I have them listed down below. Is the profile correct? Half the time it's not what I'm buying, so others are doing the same thing. I don't know what. Hold on a second, DG. Um, when you say it's not correct, so right now I've got bloop the chat random stickers pinned. When I'm selling things that are random pulls, the thing down below is not going to tell you what I'm selling. You're gonna have to look and you're gonna have to listen. And if you can't hear, then you turn on closed captioning. It's an option in your app, and you can then it'll take my words in. Yeah. So there's that. If I have a load of a lot of stuff, like I've started doing some quality listing to sell. Today I had little electrical butt connectors for splicing wires. I had 8 packages of them. So I made a quality listing of all 8 of them, and I ran them as an auction, and I did 1 through 8, and the picture down on the bottom matched, and there was no question after that. It takes an awful lot of work. If you've got a staff of a lot of people and you can get all that done, great. Or have less shows, or that's the only thing you have to do is get that in there, then you can do it that way. But if you're doing random pulls, it's hard to do that because then you got to go through your whole palette and list it all. Now Whatnot has a thing now where when you take it, if you're, at least if you're on an iPhone, you can take the picture of the barcode. A lot of times it'll preload stuff. That'll help. You can try that as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Fabulous.
But yeah, I did what the hell did I've got, if you look in my buy it nows, there's some I think there's still some warehouse lights in there. They retail for $200. I was able to scan that barcode and the whole info thing auto populated. Poof. And
Fabulous.
all
That's
I had to do
amazing.
was proof it and put proof it and put the what do you call it? I put the price in there that they average when you're buying them outside of there. And then I did my starting price and how many I had. So that was kind of cool. I'm going to start using that. If it's something that doesn't work in the barcode, then that's a problem. But per the terms of service, you still have to have a picture of your actual item. So if it's new in the box, take a picture of the new box. Don't break the seal, I guess. I break seals on everything. I've been buying truckloads of Amazon, truckloads of Sam's, truckloads of Target for several years now. And I have discovered that people will buy something, they will take it home, they will use a heat gun on the tape, they will open the box, take out the good vacuum that they want, they will put either the broke vacuum or a bunch of rocks back in the box. They will tape it back up so you can't tell it was ever opened. They will return it to the store. The store sends it to liquidations. You get it to your store and you sell it to somebody because the weight is right and they open a box of rocks.
Horrible.
It's happened.
Gosh.
A box of rocks. Yep, it happens. So I prefer to open my product, takes me a little extra time selling, and say, this is what you're getting. This is what I see. Sometimes I do hardware. I'll do motors, transformers, contactors, things like that. One of my trainings is in maintenance, so I will go through the product and I will call out anything that looks like it might be an issue. And anybody that's interested in buying that knows what I'm saying. They know what that issue may or may not be and what risk they're willing to take, and they bid accordingly. Anybody that doesn't know, well, I mean, you can ask, but I don't really have time to explain the details of the mechanics of everything while I'm calling it out. So I just have to hope that a lot of people that know what the hardware stuff is shows up in the sale. But and you know, I mean, I've shipped 40-pound transformers through Whatnot, and the shipping gets expensive on that. When you do your profiles, it charges it to the customer. The customer knows what they're buying. If it's a $400 transformer, and I sold it to them for $50 and they're paying $50 in shipping, there's still $300 on the table. They're an aftermarket seller, so figure 75% of retail if they're having a good day, 50% on a bad day. There's still at least $100 to $200 for that guy that does hardware stuff on wherever he sells. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to stick with the liquidation part of it. That's what I'm doing. That's what my Whatnot channel does mostly, is I'm liquidating a lot of stuff fast. But to the people who are retailing in other places, hey, have at it. You know, I don't mind supporting because we all really do better when we all do better. If I can help you make a buck by
Absolutely.
giving you a good deal and I'm still making a buck, that dollar is going to help another family rather than going in some corporate pocket somewhere. I'm good with that.
I love that.
Definitely, but I open things. There are some things I don't, you know, I didn't open all of these, but I didn't have any that felt like they were broken. I had a lot of those, you know. I have here's a good example. This is an EKO Star 5.0 cell phone. I don't think the company exists anymore. This was factory sealed when I got it out of one of my Gaylords. Factory sealed. I opened it up. I'm gonna do it again. Well, yeah, not. My fingers ain't working. Anyway, so why is the stickers I just got called a bloop? A bloop is the noise it makes when you buy it. It go and you're donating it or giving it away. If you give it as a gift, it goes bloop on all of our phones. So that's why they call it a bloop. And after tomorrow, those go away. You can't straight away give them. You'll still be able to buy them, and we can sell something as a bless the chat, and we can run it as a freebie. But the person who buys it won't be able to just direct where it's going, either random or to another person. So that's a
That's such
change
a shame.
Whatnot's making. Don't know why. Not worried about it. We're all still going to be here doing anything. But I opened this brand new cell phone, and it still has its factory thing on it. I went and plugged it in. I was going to charge it up and check it because I don't want to sell this without making sure that it turns on. So I took a picture of opening it so that people could see I had it sealed. Well, guess what? It doesn't charge.
Right.
So
Battery's too old, whatever.
whatever. So, you know, and my solution is one that I got from Med City. I was talking to Mike when I opened it, and Mike said, "Well, there you go. Sell it as a parts phone. Tell them what you know. You just tell them what you know. Hey, this is parts. I don't know why. It's a parts phone. I can't get it to power on. I opened it new in the box, and it's old stock. There you go. Somebody might pay $5 for it. I don't know. We'll
Right.
see. I mean, I'm not running it today, but I'll run it on one of my GM sales, and I'll just tell the truth. This is what I did. This is what I tried. It didn't come on. Here it is, $5 for parts or whatever. That's how I see it. I always want to make sure that I'm um, giving people the value they deserve for the money they're spending with me, which means you have a right to know what you're getting. That's me.
I agree.
What other shipping questions do you think you have so far? Any?
I mean, I'm so new. I'm super new. I did one show to test it out. Um, Hold on a second, honey. My son just came in. Um, I just am so green. I've been to so many chats. I think I just have too much information and it just is so confusing now. I don't know what to do at all. Like from day one. I feel like even though I've done it and I shipped stuff out and it was okay, I don't know. I don't feel like I have it set up correctly at all.
Well,
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 I
I
know I
can
don't have
I
it
can
set up
tell you,
correctly.
I can tell you that yeah, DG is right. Let it soak in. I can tell you one thing for sure. Smart bundling, if that's what you used, does not always work. And on the day that it doesn't work, you will get scorched.
Right.
All right. Therefore, you're scaring me. Don't get scared. Make shipping profiles. Don't get scared. Just
The neighbor.
make shipping profiles.
It's the
Yeah.
neighbor.
And if you're not, go
Sorry.
ahead. No,
Someone
that's
was
right.
here. Sorry. My son went. I had to go open the door for the neighbor.
Oh, nice.
Okay. No, I'm listening to you though.
No, no, that's fine. We're all about family. So,
Right. Right. Of
well,
course.
make the shipping profiles. If you're not sure about the profile you're making, send it to one of us. Take a screenshot, send it to us in the app,
Okay.
or request that we, do a little show with you or something, or schedule a show that's private for just what, one of us to look
Love
at.
that feature.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we can look and see it in real time. And
Amazing. That's brilliant because I was trying to check with another phone, but I didn't put the card in on my other phone because my son has access to it. So and it wouldn't show me I wasn't a verified buyer. So I couldn't even like check myself that way. That's
yeah,
beautiful. Okay.
and make sure you always have verified buyers turned on, and you
I
have to turn
do.
it on in every show.
Yep. I do have
Yep.
that turned on for sure.
Yep. That's very important. That can bite you in the bahuki. If you have things all of a sudden start going crazy money, you have to hope you have a mod in there that can boot them for you, or you could have problems.
Yep. I agree. Have a mod you trust.
Yep. If you don't, and you see something going crazy, yep, scammers. You'll want to shut down the show, and you'll want to send messages to whatnot right away about it. Cancel them, and you write down their name first, and send a message to support saying, "Hey, this is what happened. Here's the username. I booted them and blocked them." Most of that can be stopped real easy by just having verified buyers turned on. So, well, I'm
Thank
going to
you so
move.
much.
Yep, I'm going to move
Yes,
along. Do you know how to do the Yeet feature?
I do
I'll
not.
I'll do it.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much. Thank you.
It's my fingers don't always work. I still have some calluses on them. Damn it. Ah, here we go. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Do we have any other questions about shipping that I can try and answer? Thank you, DG. Yeah, and Heather, if you think you might have gotten cooked, get a hold of me before you spend the money on shipping and see if there's a way we can save you if there was a mistake. Sometimes we can play bingo with things and make it work, especially if you have a customer buying several orders. There's ways to help with that. No, Mama T-Ray, it shows when you come in. I can show you in the app. You go into when you go into your profile, you go down to shipping, and it shows up there. And then when you're creating an item, it asks you for your shipping, and then you choose a profile or you choose smart bundling, and you'll want to choose the profile that you created. You thinking about becoming a seller, Paula? Oh boy, you're funny. All right, well, that's all we got for questions for tonight. I am going to get out of here. It's Friday night, and we've got about 14 people in here. Let's find somebody to raid. If you guys do have any questions, you can send me messages. I'll try and get to them. If you're moms, have a great Mother's Day. If you're single dads, have a great Mother's Day and a Father's Day. It's when it's that time. Um, and I hope everyone has a blessed weekend. I'll never watch next show. Lights would be hang on. Those lights would be nice. The lights. Oh yeah. Um. All right. Here, let's go find somebody to raid. Thank you all. Here, let's go see Steals and Deals. He's got some goodies for you guys. He's definitely got some goodies.